make a video. All right, hi everybody. So since we can't meet in person to go over loose leash walking this week or next week, I want to do a little video tutorial just to get you guys started. So Radar is going to help me. Maggie may or may not make an appearance. I'm going to try to get this done. Hopefully you can hear me. More space outside. Hi Mags. So with loose leash walking, the most important thing is to make sure you're comfortable holding your leash first. So I do recommend that you practice holding the leash without your dog even attached if you're having a hard time figuring out how to have two hands and the dog and treats and everything. So what I like to do is I like to have a security hand, which is my hand that goes right through this loop. And that means that I can hold onto the leash and I can make sure that my dog is not going to get loose. I don't want to see anybody wrapping their leash around their hand like this, because even if you have a Chihuahua, if they see something they want to chase, you risk them yanking your hand and you're going to get injured. So instead, just bunch it up and you can take up the slack leash like that. And in class settings, of course, there's no need for you to allow your dog to have a full 6 foot of leash when we're out moving around. Because that really doesn't, they can get themselves in all sorts of trouble. So for me, I like to bunch it up about like this, and I keep it close to my midsection. This is my center of gravity. Oh, look, and we have a cat that's going to help us too. Hi, Tech. Hi, Radar. This is training at home at its finest. Tech, don't knock the phone down. We'll see how this works. Anyway, we're going to hold the leash right by our midsection. Center of gravity is right here. And this way, if Radar does bolt after something, like a chipmunk or a squirrel or his cat, hi Tech, hi Maggie, I have my full body weight to withstand that. If my hand is out like this and Radar goes to bolt after me, hi Tech, he's gonna pull and I'm gonna feel all that force on my shoulder, and that's gonna hurt my back and my arms. So to set yourselves up to succeed, try to practice holding that bunched up leash right near your midsection. Again, right where your belly button is, around that area. Or you can hold it right next to your pocket. Now also, the reason why I like to keep the leash close to my midsection is because I can't do any leash corrections if my leash is already next to my body. So we want to try not to have to do leash corrections with our dogs. I don't want to see anybody doing leash pops or anything like that. Instead, we're going to use this as management. It's not a steering wheel. The leash is never a steering wheel. I don't want you to depend on it 100% of the time, because if you're like me, you're going to drop your leash, the leash can break, your dog's collar can slip over their head, a lot can happen. So set yourself up to succeed by not depending on the leash. Keep it close to your body and you're going to be good to go. The other thing is I like to try to reward my dog with the hand closest to them. Radar! So if your dog is on your left, like Radar is, I'm going to try to use my left hand. That way, I'm not keeping him from crossing in front of me. Because if I reward my right, look what happens. He's going to crisscross right in front of me. And yes, I have a whole lot of friends right now. This is going to be exciting. Hi, guys. Here, Tech. Yeah, this is exciting stuff here. So, multi-species household at its finest. So try to really practice rewarding your dog with the hand closest to them. If you do need to use the hand furthest away, just try to take that treat and deliver it all the way across your body. So again, you're not encouraging them to cross in front of you. The other thing is too, your pants have seams for dog training purposes. So try to use your pant seam as a reminder on where to reward your dog. Hi, Magpie. So with that said, one of my favorite games to do with dogs is the 1, 2, 3 treat game. And in this game, you're going to be counting out loud. So the whole point of this game is to be engaged with your dog. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, yes, and give a treat, okay? You can say the word treat when you treat. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I want you to have fun with the game. So don't just be really serious and go 1, 2, 3. I want you to be happy with it. So the whole point of this game is to help your pup stay engaged with you. So you're going to see me in just a moment. I'm going to take small steps at first, nice and slow. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, yes, I'm going to give my dog a treat. And as your dog gets better and better, take bigger steps, take faster steps, take more steps. Eventually you'll be able to count beyond 3. But the whole point here is that 1, 2, 3 treat. Yes, that's really good. That allows your dog to realize, oh yeah, I can do this. I use the 1, 2, 3 treat game with both Maggie and Radar. When I'm out walking, if there's ice, I found that the best way to get them not to pull me when they have to be on leash somewhere, and there's an icy ground or something, is to start counting. And the moment I start saying 1, 2, they check in with me. So it's pretty cool stuff. So again, I have my leash set up to succeed right here. I have my dog. I might have a dog and a cat also. We'll see how this goes. And I'm going to start walking towards the camera here and see if I can show you how to do the 1, 2, 3 treat game. Radar, here. Okay. Ready? So So I have my treats ready. Ready, Ray? 1, 2, 3, yes. 1, 2, 3, yes. And then we're gonna back up a little bit. Hope I don't step on a cat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, yes. And you can alternate. Drop it on the ground sometimes deliver it to their mouth directly. Mix it up a little bit. We have a Maggie speed bump in the way. 1, 2, 3, yes. I know, Maggie, it's so funny. So the whole point here is I want your dog to learn that their job is to pay attention to you. So ready? 1, 2, 3, yes, good job, well done. And even though he's walking a little sideways, I'm still rewarding him along the side. So that's the 1, 2, 3 treat game. Go ahead, Mac. The other thing you can do along your leash walking is hand targeting. We've done hand targeting in class before. Maggie, push. Yes. Remember, the push. Hand targeting is when your dog's nose bops your hand. Use your hand target to get your dog to walk nicely with you. Radar. Boop, boop, boop. So when I use hand targeting, it kind of looks like this. Radar, push, yes. Push, yes. Maggie, go over here. Ready? Push, yes. Push, yes. Just like that. I can get Radar to walk nicely next to me by using hand target. Ready? All right, push, yes. Push, yes. And push, yes. Just like that. So again, you can go ahead and do the 1, 2, 3 treat game. You can do hand targeting. Radar, push, yes. To help your pup stay with you a little bit better. You can also, if your pup starts to pull after something, let's say there's a squirrel, there's a chipmunk, there's another dog, a dead thing, whatever it might be, don't jerk the leash. Don't do a leash correction. I know, I grew up doing leash corrections. That's how we used to train dogs. We're not going to do that anymore. Instead, remember, leash to your midsection, and if your dog goes to pull after something, I want you to stop all forward motion. Just stop moving altogether. I'm laughing because there's a cat rolling around right behind the camera, so this is quite exciting. Anyway, I'm going to walk Radar towards his cat, and I'm going to show you what to do if your dog should suddenly start to pull after something. Ready, Ray? We're going to keep walking, and if he was to pull, I'm just going to back up. And notice that I didn't do any leash correction. I just did gentle, constant pressure on that collar with his leash. So I'm walking with Radar. Here you go, Ray. And I'm gonna back up. Notice how he changes his direction with me? That's awesome. That's what I'm looking for. So what I want you guys to do at home right now with your pups is you're walking along with them, and every so often, even if there's no distraction, just change direction. Yes, good job! And the moment they give into that gentle pressure on the leash, they turn to check in with you, I want you to stop moving and reward them like crazy. Reward them for going with the feel of the leash. So, puppy, here we go, Ray Ray. We're gonna walk. Here we go. And what I love is we back up, and yes, good job! That was amazing. You're a rock star. Radar. And here we go. Good boy. So the whole goal is, guys, teach your pups to go, when you back up, they turn to face you. Great for when we do leave it also. But also, if they start to pull, just back up a couple steps and reward them for doing the same thing. The other thing you can do is you're walking along, your dog goes to pull, and you just automatically turn and walk the other way. And then walk the other way again. So change direction, back up. Do the 1, 2, 3 treat game. And again, you can avoid having to do leash corrections and make leash walking a lot of fun. So hand targeting, 1, 2, 3 treat game. Reward as you walk. Change direction frequently. Keep your dogs on their toes so they want to check in with you. And you're going to find that leash walking is going to be a little bit easier. Also, if you notice, I have a road cone positioned behind. That's basically as far as I want you to be practicing right now. You're not going to be going for a full mile walk with your dog on a loose leash when you first start out. The whole practice thing is start small. Start in low distraction areas first. Maybe your backyard, like that's where I am right now. Maybe your front yard, maybe a dirt road, maybe in the house. The whole thing is that start small and gradually start to increase the distraction level. And then before long, you're gonna have a dog who walks pretty nicely next to you. But again, leash walking should be fun. It should not be boot camp. The kind of leash walking that we're gonna be working on is loose leash walking. It's not heel. Radar and Maggie can both heel, which is when they're right at my side looking up at me, but in a real world, I don't care if they sniff. I want them to sniff. Let your dog sniff. And So as long as my arm is not being yanked off my body, I'm okay if my dog's ahead of me, next to me, or a little bit behind me. The whole goal is though is that we should be moving as a team, and if I change direction, my dog changes direction. My neighbors are going to think I'm talking to myself, but that's okay. You know, and basically, I just want my dogs to understand that they go with the feel of the leash. They go and mirror my body language. Just good boy. And the whole point is that we move as a team. So it's like a dance. Good job. All right. So I'm not sure if anybody could hear anything that I just said, but there's some things to do with some leash walking. And I will follow up with some emails also, just so you guys have all the notes for leash walking. All right. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. And give those dogs a hug for me.